with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Duke Blue Devils and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Coach knows this is a huge opportunity for his team at home today. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Blue Devils offense will have the football first. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Caught in the backfield. It's Richardson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Left side is Nicholas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
Snagged in the middle. It's Nicholas. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Complete in the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Shepard. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big...
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Duke. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You take advantage of tendencies when you said that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chomp up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
The Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Might as well give it to him again. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe...
Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. Past the 30. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game.
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that, the fumble?
Oh, they block it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll run him again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Straight ahead, it's Shepard. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab on the left side. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Run in the red zone, it's Shepard. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to pass. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Motion from the wide receiver. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. That's one that's just inexcusable. Fair catch signal, you gotta pull up. 15-yard penalty. From the gun, it's Shepard. Just smothered on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Right side, it's Little. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thurman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback Keith. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Got his man on the outside. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
You can see why this running back is on the field on 3rd down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it off, and he was able to make something happen with it, move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Finds his man on the RPO. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They give it to him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right down the middle. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tar Heels are in the red zone. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. In the backfield, it's Nicholas. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 30 short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Fresh setter down's going to the air. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Hits the hole. It's Shepard. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 17 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the Blue Devils head coach. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Second and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield. It's O'Neal. Got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Caught behind the line. It's Richardson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On third down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. It's now a 1-possession game, 16-10.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Shepard. And they swarm him under.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Fields the punt. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. And the accepted, and they'll move him back. Hits inside, it's Hall. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Give to the running back. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got his man on the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Motion from the wideout. Right of it on the RPO. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Chambers. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And that is such a costly turnover on special teams because they've got the lead, but with that giveaway now, they've completely opened the door for their opponent.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. And they're looking for a 4th quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Never getting stopped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He'll bring it out. It's more. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. So they get the ball back, still clinging to this slim lead. Defense helped them out, holding them to a field goal, but man, do they need some momentum on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes guys miss. That's what he does as he's out to the 20.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Fires quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
That's caught. It's more. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Rush is on. They get to him as he throws. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. All the way back to the 15. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Scanning the field, it's Chambers. It's complete to the right. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. The Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls it on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. They take over holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. quick give. It's Shepard. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Rides to the back. Sweet cut there. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On the run, it's Shepard. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Blue Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out wide left, it's Richardson. Powers through. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Duke. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Fires to the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to.
He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half, as he still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries and